finish this. Let's finish watching this.
The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, and so that was the last game that I was.
What? What did you say?
Up until the time of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker.
What?
And so then after that, I worked as a director on a number of games in the series up until the time of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, and so that was the last game that I was the director on. And then going forward after that, I've been the producer on a number of titles.
And one of those titles, of course, is Tears of the Kingdom. And, you know, we're seeing from the Treehouse Live segments that there are many new systems and layers to the game. So how did the development team manage to blend all of these together?
今日の Treehouse ライブを見て明らかになったのは、Tears of the Kingdom に新しいシステムやいろんな組み合わせ要素が入ってるんですけども、開発チームではどのようにそういった組み合わせた要素を融合させてなのでしょうか。
はい、今作の代表的なものとものと組み合わせて新しい道具を作るっていう遊びはですね、私がこのタイトルを続編にしようと考えていたときに同じことを考えていた藤林さんから提案されたものなんですね。
I think one of the really representative gameplay elements of this game is this concept of taking one object and another object and putting them together to create something new. And this was something that Mr. Fujibashi actually suggested to create something new.
Something Go 365.
That Mr.
Go
Fujibashi
actually suggested to AG at one point. I did.
Wondering, you know, if we should make this next game a sequel.
Yeah, he was discussing if he should make the sequel. I mean, he was discussing to me if he should make the sequel, and all I said.
今のような遊びがですね、もう再現できてたんですね。なのでこの遊び
And I hung up the
が
call.
続編を制作する
You have Tears of the Kingdom.
But you know what's kind of incredible was already at that time he had come up with gameplay based around that theme that I just mentioned of bringing things together to create something new. You know, in a way that actually quite resembled some of the gameplay we've seen here tonight, that early in the process. But this was something that used the game engine from the previous game. And when we had gotten to that point, I realized, like, oh, okay.
I wonder what the game
this
engine
is what set us on the path to make this game a sequel.
でね、その後はその遊びを軸にして、ね、空と大地っていうね、縦方向にこう拡張させたゲームをその間をこう行き来するような能力として通れるとか戻れ子っていうのが考案されてですね、よりプレイヤーに自由な選択肢を与えるゲームになっていったっていう流れなんですね。
So, you know, then along the way, we took that gameplay idea as kind of our core. And then as we continued development, you know, we came up with additional abilities like Ascend and Recall. And these were things that, you know, allow the player to go back and forth between this kind of world that's been newly expanded on the vertical axis. And I think once we added elements like that, we kind of wound up with a game that really expands the player's freedom of choice and the things that they can choose to do in the game.
There's lots of choice in this game, and there's also a couple surprises because, you know, if you could share anything about the story development or the story that the development team hoped to tell through these gameplay decisions that you made, like maybe with the relationship between Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf.
ゲームプレイもすごいと思いますが、ストーリー性もいろいろサプライズが待っていると思いますが、そのストーリー性について語っていただけないでしょうか。それとゲームプレイとそのストーリーについて決定したことはゲームプレイの決定をどのように影響されていることを説明していただけないでしょうか。
ね、ゼルダの伝説ってゼルダとそれからリンク、それからガノンドルフっていうね、この3人の関係性が物語として描かれることが多いんですけれども、前作もね、ガノンドルフは厄災っていう形でしたけど、そういう形で登場してこの3人の関係を描いたものになっていたんですよね。でも今作ではね、この3人の関係性をより発展させた物語が展開します。でその先の展開はですね、ぜひ皆さんの目でゲームをプレイして確認してみてほしい。
Well, I mean, when you're kind of thinking of the story of The Legend of Zelda, a common reoccurring theme is the kind of three pillars that are the characters of Link and Zelda and Ganon, and they often come up again and again. And you know, that's something that's true about the previous game as well. Ganon showed up in that game as the Calamity, and Link and Zelda were there as well, and that was kind of the shape of their relationship in that game. And in this game, I think that players will find we're expanding a little bit on that relationship between Link and Zelda, and now Ganondorf. And there will be further developments that I think players will be able to experience, but I'd like them to experience those things themselves, and so I'm looking forward to them playing the game.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. We're all looking forward to diving in. Now, I wanted to ask, there's so many people that are involved in making Tears of the Kingdom. Any final messages the development team wants to share with the players and fans?
Tears of the Kingdom ほどの大きなゲームに数多くの人が携わることになると思いますが、開発チーム全体を考えて何か最後のメッセージをお願いできますでしょうか。はい、
今作でね、開発チームが一番力を入れたのは、このゲームの中でユーザーの皆さんの発見とひらめきをできる限り実現できるようにすることでした。ね、空とそして大地と広がる世界で皆さんの自由がこれできるかなっていうそういう思いをですね、思う存分楽しんでもらえると嬉しいです。
So I think it's fair to say that one of the things the development team poured the most of their effort into in creating The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom was to create a world in which players had the ability to come up with ideas and make discoveries, and then also were given the freedom to realize and actualize those discoveries and ideas that they had. And if people, it's our hope that when people play this game, that they will be filled with those types of ideas, and also have the opportunity to realize them, and wonder as often as they possibly can. I wonder if I could, that kind of thing.
And I'm guessing you had a lot of those moments where you're wondering if you could as well.
青沼さんがプレイしている間にできるかなっていう瞬間もたくさんあったのでしょうね。
はい、たくさんありました。
Yes, I did. I had many of them myself.
Well, thank you so much, Aonuma-san, Ethan, for joining us. It was a pleasure. And remember, we are still counting down to the release of Tears of the Kingdom. And we have one more final look at the game from the Nintendo Treehouse team before launch. Let's see what they have to show.
What do you have to show?
Hello, welcome back to Nintendo Treehouse Live. My name is Gabriel, and I'm joined by Kay and Billy, and we're going to be playing some more The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And specifically, we're going to show off this cool new feature called Raids, where you're able to fight alongside NPCs. Kay, show us?
Sure.
What?
So we're here in the Barren Grasslands, and you can see a group of NPCs hanging out, and they're looking at
No.
piratey-looking ships.
Yeah.
And there are some monsters aboard that look like they're up to no good. So let's go check in with Captain Flaxel. Here she is. And she is the captain of what we call a monster control crew, one of 3 that have been sent out to get rid of some monsters.
Oh, cool.
So she's going to explain now that they came here to clear out the ship, but they can't get across to the ship because the bridge is broken. So we'll come over here and take a look. Yeah, that's pretty broken. So we actually, with Ultra Hand, have the power to help them reach the ship. We could also just jump over there and take out all the monsters ourselves, but where's the fun in that?
Yeah.
I like to, fight with some
player.
Yeah, I like some backup. I like to share the glory. So before we go across, I'm actually going to pull out some stuff from my inventory, and because I have a bunch of weapons and shields that are primed using. So let's take one of these, and let's see, one of these, and one of these.
Well, because Kay has a very clear vision right now.
I do, and these are some of my favorite things to fuse to weapons and stuff. So I've already got fuse out. We're gonna put this puff shroom on my shield. If you saw the presentation from Mr. Aonuma, you saw that he did that too, and it was really cool. I'm gonna put this bokoblin horn on my sword to give it a little bit extra punch.
Oomph.
And then I've got this Ice Breath Lizalfos horn. It's like one of my favorite things. And I'm going to put it on this spear. Nope. There we go. And I will showcase this a little bit later. This is actually looks really cool. Really awesome. I will showcase that later. We're going to start with my Blue Bogo Reaper and my Puffroom Shield. Now, let's go ahead and one more thing. One more thing. I'm going to pull out this shield. I have the Zonite shield here. This one is really handy if you have Zonite devices to fuse to it. Gives them a little extra something. So I'm going to put a spring on this shield as well. You might have seen in previous segment how great those types of shields are. So we're going to just save that for later as well. All right.
Prepping for big encounters like this can be super helpful.
Yeah. And of course, as you defeat enemies and they drop things, you can also like fuse on the fly. So I left some of my weapons open for that because I think they might have some nice, powerful horns that we might want to use later. So here I fixed the bridge with fuse by attaching one end to the other, and Flaxel is very excited. She's about to send her monster control crew into battle. You're welcome, Flaxel. Now let's do this.
Look at that.
Here they go.
Energy. Look at
Here
that
they go.
height.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Charge! Okay, single file, please. There we go. I'm going to help them out a little bit to start by throwing something. Let's throw a puff room. Oh, well, no. That's not very helpful. Sorry, guys.
So good to know that the smoke affects everyone, not just baddies.
Yeah.
So want to be careful about that.
Yeah, and they're actually also just being super cautious because they can't see anybody. So, but now we've got some people in battle already. Look at them go. Yeah, that's great. All right, so I'm going to come over here. I'm going to do...
So cool.
Actually, I think I'm going to get some height first. I like
That's
to...
so cool.
My play style for battles like these is to get some high ground, get a good view of the battlefield, and then I like to rain arrows from above.
That's a good strategy.
Right? And they seem to have gotten
Not
most
me.
of the melee under control. So I'm going to jump from here, and I'm going to target this moblin here in the middle with one of my other favorites, a Muddle Bud. This new material is going to
Confuse him?
confuse the poor deer. And I got the too. And now they're going to start, fighting on our side.
What?
Looking at that slow down, I was just looking at all the different enemies and like, I want to steal that part. I want to steal that part. I want to use that part.
That's
Like
true.
with that moblin that's helping you now, like they have a huge horn that I feel like you absolutely.
We will get it. We will get it done. So I don't know if you saw that, but I put my shield out and somebody hit it, and then they definitely exploded my puck room. So that's gone now, but that's fine. Oh my gosh.
I definitely want to see you use this great shield.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna try and bump them off of the thing, but I think
Just looks
this
like,
might be a good opportunity
it's more
to get
lively.
a
It looks like
here.
Age of Calamity.
So,
But no, this is too opinion.
and I
Beautiful.
know we saw what happens when you fuse a gemstone onto a sword.
Ooh.
That's what happens when you blow yourself up.
Ooh.
I'm gonna get some food real
And
quick.
that's why
Good
food
timing.
is that was
Yep.
nice save.
You know, that could have gone better, but at least we neutralized the problem, and I think this is a great time to bring out my spear.
Yeah.
Help our friends. There you go. Get him. Get him.
Beautiful.
Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are you going?
I really do like the idea of just fighting alongside other like
Yeah. Really cool.
citizens of Hyrule,
Hyrule.
right? Like this is
Who? What? Where
Who,
did you
what,
come
where,
from?
when, how?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go around and freeze everybody and open up some shots for my friends.
Those moblins really like chucking everything.
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, they're
each other.
kind of problems, but this bookoplin's on our side over here. You know, we're doing pretty good. Do we have any...
3, 4 knocked out. 4 unconscious.
Is there one over there?
5 unconscious.
Yeah, I think
You're
you're
doing pretty good.
yes.
5 unconscious on the
That's
floor.
one of the mobs. So we're gonna actually put that on this. Oh,
5 allies.
thank you.
Sir, excuse me.
Excuse me,
This
I'm
right
a little
now.
busy. That's not what I want. Get out of here. I'm gonna hit you with this fang on my sword. Alright, let's try that again. Luckily, it's very easy to get rid of things when you are in the middle of combat and have to fuse something in a pinch. There we go. Now I've got a nice hammer.
Yeah, that added some serious.
Fighty.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Alright, you
We're going for really good.
are a problem.
Damn, I missed the live launch. Can't believe it.
You missed.
You missed. See, that's how you hit somebody
Yeah.
with an arrow. Oh my gosh!
There we go.
Ooh, okay. Yep, that's a problem.
Bro.
You know what? I think I need... He's gonna throw that goblin at me. Alright. Let's try this again. I'm gonna come up here. Oops. Up. Thank you.
Ascend can really get you out of some precarious
It's
situations.
really handy. It really, really is. Especially on stages like this where there's a lot of vertical platforms and places to climb up and hide. And I think I'm gonna take
No, take the gun in the air, in the air.
Look and just
Ah.
Blow things up.
Works.
Beautiful.
okay. Let's get my ice spear out again. Yeah, get him. Yeah,
Teamwork.
How,
Can you get your allies up?
Ascent is.
it's very helpful. All right, now we've just got this guy. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, it makes the
Nice
game
shot.
feel less lonely. Like an RPG.
Get him.
Because
Yeah.
Breath of Wild sometimes felt kind of lonely.
We were all holding our breath,
Minecraft.
like, do it, do it, do it.
One more.
Oh, you missed.
I love that you hype them up, set them up
You
for
know,
success.
sometimes you just gotta,
Take matters into your own hands.
you just gotta help a fella out. So that was the first raid here that we have to show, and Flaxel is very happy for our help. She's gonna reward us with a little bit of
Rupees.
monetary happiness. There we go, a nice pretty silver rupee. She's also going to explain that they are going to head up to the Hebra region next, because there is a enemy encampment up there that they have to clear out next. And we are going to follow them. Yeah, so while I get that set up, what do you guys want to see me fuse next?
Oh, listen, okay, I have requests. I want Alazalfa's tail on a sword.
Ooh.
It's one of my favorite fusions. And I think you should use electricity or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, different element. We haven't seen any of that yet in this segment. I could make that work. How about you, Billy?
Springs are fun.
Springs are a lot of fun.
Springs are fun.
You know what's extra fun?
What is it?
Stacking springs.
Please show us.
I will.
I'm very excited to
I
see
will.
what you have.
Yeah.
I will. All right, so let's
Orochium
see. We wanted a tail
sphere.
on a sword.
What?
Which, you know what? Let's just open. Oh, I'm cold. I need to put some warm clothes on anyway. Let's do that. There we go. And let's do.
First and foremost, you gotta be fashionable, and then you plan.
You know, you got to match.
Yeah.
Let's do the ice one, because I just love fighting with ice. It makes it a lot easier to control when there's a lot of enemies around.
Yeah. It's a good trend.
So we're going to take that out. We're going to put that on... Let's put it on this one. Actually, let's put it on my Lizzle boomerang. Talk about matching, right? There we go. The tails on weapons are great because it gives you a little bit of extra reach. And this one has an element as well. Yeah.
Right?
Right? It's pretty good.
Favorite.
And then we want... Springs are great, so I'll put a spring on this one. And then what also is great are rockets.
Oh, yes.
So I'm going to take a rocket out, and I'm going to take the spring out.
Just making a little yard sale here.
You have got that right. Okay, so we're gonna put that one on here, and oops, no, this menu here. We're gonna put this one on here, and we're gonna save both of those for later.
Very excited.
Okay, so I have my horse out here, Marble, waiting so faithfully for me. But I think this is also a great time for us to eat a snack.
Good call.
More prepping.
Yep,
Yeah.
and then I want to show off something I made earlier using auto build. Well, I used Folger Hand to build it before, and now I've saved it as a favorite in my build history. Here it is. I built a little airplane.
What?
So we're gonna fly Ryan style.
What?
Maybe get an aerial view of this place that we're meant to be raiding.
It's really convenient to have those, you know, be able to rebuild things that you've already built before so quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. And now I'm just taking to the skies. Here we go.
I will say I will compliment the symmetry
Yes.
in this.
Some of us
design.
know
It's
how to
really
build
good.
things that look actually.
Listen, some of us have a different vision, but okay. Still.
I'm going the wrong way. There we go. Smoke in the
Just
distance.
taking the scenic route.
And you know, this is something to be said when you're out exploring Hyrule. And this was true of the last game. But if you see a plume of smoke in the distance, there's generally something to be found there. So it's definitely worth checking.
Oh, but it's not overpowered because of your stamina.
I'm gonna have some charges because my batteries are running out. Unless I don't have any. Oh, there we are. I'm just gonna kind of eat a bunch of these. Well, not eat them, but use them. Just to give myself a little extra
Yeah,
battery.
it's not overpowered.
You can see there's the fortress.
Oh, nice aerial view.
Yeah.
See those two sections of it.
There it is. I'm about to crash land, so I'm just gonna kind of take it slowly over here. Okay, fail. It's fine. We're up. This is great. So this is the fortress we're going to take on. And I would love, this is a great opportunity to jump down and just really surprise them. But I'm a team player, so I actually want to go check in with Captain Black. So we're going to do that.
It's not a bad idea just to give an idea of what you're about to
There is a
into.
boss bokoblin in there. I don't know if you guys got a good look at it, but that's those guys are a little bit meaty.
Big
You
boy.
try to befriend him.
I could. I generally do try to do that.
The biggest baddie on your side.
Yeah.
You can do that at Persona.
All right. I think we're around to the front. Did I go the long way?
The scenic route. Look at all those.
I did take the scenic route. I think I
Look
ran
at all
out
those
of
spikes.
They are over in the trees. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just taking a look.
Showing off.
There they are.
Magnificent construction.
And as I'm a big fan of snow, just hearing this music again is just so good.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey guys, I was just taking a recon pass, seeing what we're up against. It's nice that they waited for us, but Flaxel's going to explain that there's a giant iron ball there. It's a little hard to see with the current atmosphere, but they're not sure how to get past it. They're worried about the ball being released and crashing down. So I'm also a little worried about that, but I have an idea. Something that might help me get past. Something else that I built.
What
is? Huh.
So this is well, you'll see.
There's so many.
I don't even know.
I don't. Right? I'm so excited.
Actually, put it down backwards. I took a little bit of inspiration from the three-headed dragons that you see in the trailer.
Yeah.
And I wanted to build one that was my own. So here we go. Here we go. Let's just go take some guys out.
Yeah.
Hopefully my
You don't
friends
understand
get 'em,
the joy
get
I
'em.
feel in my heart.
I'm just, yeah, they're all scared. And I'm just lighting everything on fire.
That's cool.
That fun way to clear.
That was so good.
Now they all know I'm here. Okay, hi.
Please.
Hello.
The spike.
Hello. I will, but at first I'm gonna just get out of the way.
Another
I'm being
fantastic
faced.
use of Ascend. To
Thank
just,
you.
know.
I'm gonna just take this iron ball and let my friends in. If I can reach it from here. Am I? Nope. Okay. Well,
Yes, it can.
there's more than one way to do this. Let's get this thing. And
No way.
mine now. Come on in, guys. The party's starting without you. Okay, the other thing I would like to do.
The music.
Ooh, I like where you're going with this. Oh, I don't know.
Oh. That feels dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure does.
I'm so excited.
Fly!
Ah, good.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now they blow the horn. Huh?
Now they blow the
I
horn.
feel like
They're like,
that-
this person is not.
I mean, we learned that the Billy way is to, like, announce yourself in a big way.
I mean, isn't that what I've been doing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Making an impression.
We're gonna just, like, you guys need to just chill out, alright? You too. Alright. That could have gone better, but we're still alive. Actually,
I think you're doing great.
Yeah, exactly.
And let's actually not. Let's do the shield first. Come on. Come on.
I do appreciate that, like, since you made all these things, you had them ready, you have all these, just different things to play with and adapt to.
It is nice
that.
to, it is really nice to come in and just have a lot of options at your disposal. He's just having a time. I have another thing that I'd like to make while I'm here.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the beauty of auto build. Building these things by hand would take a really long time. But now I can just build it right here in the midst of everybody.
Oh, but it still takes
And-
materials.
Go!
Oh,
Oh.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
it's kind of a dance party.
it is kind of a dance
A
party.
lethal
I
dance
love
party, but,
I love it.
that's great.
Okay, it's draining my battery now, and I don't really like that, so we're gonna do that.
That was so good. You see how much damage you did? Look at the...
That was
Oh, they're kind of
all right.
destroyed.
I'm gonna.
Oh, nice.
So many fun ways to get that
All right.
aerial advantage.
We're gonna try this again. Yeah, that worked out.
2 for 1 there.
Let me see.
Let's shave my
Let's
eyebrows
just do it
off.
quickly.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome. I know what you like.
Wow, like they don't, at this point, they haven't even been able to get near you.
Yeah, this is how I prefer to do it.
Yeah, no, it's
Hand-to-hand combat's a little tricky. But now that we are outnumbering these guys, yeah, get him. Tail whip.
Well, your friends are also, taking the attention off of you as well.
Which is part of what makes these raids so great. No. Ah! You know what? You're fired. Get him! Get him!
I love you icing them to, like, set them up for
That's,
the hump.
yeah. It's part of what's great. Oh, there's still one more. Here. All right, guys, you got it.
There's one up.
Is there one more? Oh, you're right. Okay, let's go, team.
I was like, saw what you made. That one's like, no.
That macabre was like, it's like, I want none of this.
Let's see if we can pull this off here.
Oh my god.
What should we
How
do
with the
this
bang?
time? Oh, you did say you wanted shock.
Yes. Absolutely.
Sorry, did I shock you?
Yay.
Beautifully done.
Thank you.
That was really good.
That couldn't have gone better if I planned it.
That was great.
Really good. I appreciated all the different uses of Ascend and just like the arsenal of like options that you had at your disposal.
Yeah, and
that was so great.
it's really fun to play with all the different types of materials and figure out, what your play style is and what things you like to do the best. So
for sure. And with that, I think that's all the time we have for today. So thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you're just as excited as we are to play The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom very, very soon.
Thank you to the Nintendo Treehouse team for really giving us those glimpses into the game before launch, because we are moments away from the launch of the highly anticipated game, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And of course, I'm here with the really scorn Master Sword. We're not used to seeing it like this. What happened? I don't know. You're gonna have to play the game and find out why it's like this. As well as we have fans. You could hear them already making noise outside because they just want to get their hands on the game. As a fan, we know that we have been highly anticipating this sequel to the
Pokeball?
game. Let's hear them. Yeah, you can hear them. They're chanting. There's so much excitement, and it's not just the game that they're going to be able to get their hands on. It's also merchandise as well. We have some sweaters that are available at midnight, and this really cool mug that has some Zion, the Discreated sword, as well as, like, it's actually pretty heavy. So I feel like I'm gonna have to grab that one as I go. There's a lot to see, and there's just moments away. What you can't hear, I don't know if you could actually hear this, but in the store, they're playing Tears of the Kingdom music to set the right atmosphere, because guess what? The doors are about to open. We are moments away. Let's get a shot. Who are going to be the first fans that walk in?
Wow.
Here we go. We're getting them to come in very shortly. They're getting their QR codes on My Nintendo. A user ready to go coming into that store. And I'm just curious, when we drop into the game, are you going to be going on a Zelda vacation? Yes, I think a lot of the fans here are planning it because they've been waiting for a few days outside. So it's only right that you just top that moment off with a vacation as well. Yeah, exactly. Now, I think what we're going to see is how the fans just come together as a community. That's one thing that we got to see when we were on the streets with them, is just their pure fandom. Some of them are in cosplay. Some of them are holding up signs with their favorite characters as well. And really, they're just as excited as all of us to dive into Hyrule one more time, for the near future at least. Now, for all of you at home watching, I'm really curious to know, what are you most excited for in Tears of the Kingdom?
Is Mifa gonna come back?
I want to learn about the ancient tribe, the Zonai, and really understand the story that's going to bring, and the relationship between Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf. Let's see the fans come in with all the excitement. That is right. We're seeing them come in, and we also see a Master Sword also giving them the power to get their hands on the game, because it is out now.
So who are those
Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is ready in the Nintendo eShop store, as well as in stores like right here at the Nintendo New York store. So we're gonna wait here and hopefully see the first fan to get their hands on a copy of Tears of the Kingdom. Let's have a look.
Is that dog?
You can see
That's
all
dog.
of the excitement. The smiles are big. And I think I hear a collector's edition as the first copy going out, which, I mean, that's an excellent choice. It is beautiful. It is beautiful to see as well.
Dog?
And
what?
You may
and what did that guy have to do? What did that guy have to do? What did that guy have to do to be the first person to enter and meet Dog?
It is beautiful to see as well. And as the first copy. And I think I hear excitement. The smiles are big. Copy of Tears of the Kingdom. Let's have a look. You could see all of the excitement. The smiles are big. And I think I hear a collector's edition as the first copy going out, which, I mean, that's an excellent choice. It is beautiful. It is beautiful to see as well. And you may recognize the person helping with that first copy, it is Mr. Bowser himself. Congratulations!
Congratulations!
Yes! Congratulations! You're going to be able to play Tears of the Kingdom right when you leave the store and go on your very own Zelda vacation. Yes, let's give him a round of applause. Yes, we love to see it, and we love to see all the excitement. You can see everyone just trying to get their hands on the copy, and just that one shot of just the fans coming in and really enjoying themselves. And that's what this event was all about. It's all about the community, the fans that make this franchise one that we love. You got previews of the gameplay as well as heard from the developers, and now you get to go home with Tears of the Kingdom yourself. Enjoy your adventure in Hyrule. Thank you for watching.
Oh, he got my bag. He got my bag that I got in New York. What did he have to do to be the first person to get it? I wonder. He got to meet Doug and everything. Jesus Christ, man.
You're going to be able to play Tears of the Kingdom right when you leave the store and go on your very own Zelda vacation. Yes, let's preview of just the thing.
Why did he? I don't know.
Okay, so today, why don't we show a glimpse of how the new Zelda game is shaping up?
Sure.
Ah, and it looks like it's sunset already. So we must be looking to the west.
Right. I wanted everyone to see how beautiful this scene is with the setting sun.
Oh wow, it's climbed way up high.
Yes. Since this is such a huge world, we're making a number of high places that offer great views.
So now you could decide where to go to from here.
Right.
You can see so far.
This is a good place to look around from. And if you see
Oh my God,
a
that's so weird.
suspicious
This is the
looking
Wii U
tower in the
edition.
distance, you might decide to head there.
Right.
And then you saw that flash there.
Whoa, you said a new type of peak.
Yes. And now the corresponding place is also marked on the map. Since Link is here
That's
now,
weird.
this is the distance he needs to traverse.
You can also zoom in from here, right?
You can, by tapping here, and you can also zoom out, and further out.
That's a huge world.
We haven't even seen the whole world yet.
This must be the edge of the map. How far are we from here to the edge of the map?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it would take a very long time for Link to walk. Anyway, we try to go to the point that we marked on the map. Let's go.
Whoa. You're not touching.
Yeah, and I won't hit any trees.
Here's a
Quick
pole now.
camera angle, for example. And you can
Time to aim.
Oh my God, it's so shaded.
and shoot arrows.
It's so shaded. Oh my God,
You
it
can
looks
take
so.
time for life.
Oh, well,
Oh, it looks
how
so.
about your
Destination. Or slow.
situation?
Alex. I knew it.
Tending to run into these guys.
Oh, another one there.
The right spot. And then in situations like this,
You can bolt off the horse.
while jumping, you can shoot arrows.
Nice. And you're in slow motion while jumping. Wow. Destination from here.
5 more minutes.
Are you sure this will be released next year?
Yes. All of the staff members are working together and doing their best. How about your Star Fox type?
What? Star Fox? You're asking me that now?
Your Star Fox doing their best.
Are you sure is our destination? Wow, easier day. So how far away is our destination from here?
Yeah, well, it'll still take about 4 or 5 more minutes.
Dude, it looks
4 or
so
5 minutes
cool.
more.
It's so
Are you
shaded.
sure this will be released next year?
Yes. All of the staff members are working together and doing their best. By the way, Mr. Nemo, How about your Star Fox title?
What? Star Fox? You're asking me that now? No worries about Star Fox.
Oh, that's good news.
Star Fox will arrive before The Legend of Zelda next year. The way it uses the gamepad is really starting to feel good.
Oh, but before that comes out, we'll release Majora's Mask.
Right you are. We've made a number of adjustments to Majora's Mask, and it now feels pretty good on 3DS.
Yeah, we made it easier to play without altering the feel of the original game.
And we've worked on some places where we felt improvements were necessary.
This aged well.
That's right, after 10 years.
Yes, it will definitely be released.
It's taken 10 years, but the 3-day system is intact. And it's so accessible, you could even play while chatting like this. Well, that's all for now. Thank you for watching.
Pretty cool. It wasn't a different. It was just different. The beta version of Breath of the Wild was cel shaded in a different engine, I guess.
Hi, this is Reggie from Nintendo. Before we begin, we want to extend our condolences to all the victims of the 2 tragic events in Orlando. Our thoughts are with their families and their communities. And this includes Christina Grimmie, who was killed in the earlier incident and was scheduled to visit us here at our E3 booth this week. At Nintendo, we try to make our fans smile. But this week at E3, we'll also be shedding a few tears. Please join me in a moment of silence. If you've been a fan of Nintendo over the years, you'll know that the Nintendo experience is different at every E3. We always look for the best way to introduce our most important content. And this year is no different.
The beta version.
And was scheduled to visit us here.
Grab that one as I go. Get him!
I love you icing tonight, so I don't know. And with that, I think that's all the time we have.
And that's why we're coming to you directly from our show booth on the set of Nintendo Treehouse Live. On the other side of the wall behind me, the finishing touches are being made before we open it up to thousands of industry insiders in just a couple of hours. That space will immerse visitors in the world of a single game, the newest entry in the Legend of Zelda franchise. What's in store is an entirely new format for a Zelda game. 3 decades ago, the first Zelda game changed the way millions of people thought about video games. And this week, you'll discover a game that could change that thinking again. Here's the first look at what awaits.
Open your eyes.
Wow. They had no idea what they were getting. None of us had any idea what we were getting.
Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild introduces you to a Hyrule that is truly seamless, where simply moving from one place to another begins to create what may be the adventure of a lifetime. And not only is this new world vast, but it feels alive. It teems with adventure. Throughout Link's quest, Hyrule will be a resource, an ally, an enemy, and always a place for discovery and wonder. This is easily one of the biggest experiences ever created by Nintendo. And today, you're going to get a close-up look. The portion of the game we're highlighting at E3, a wide-ranging plateau, may seem huge. In fact, no one here this week will be able to explore all of it. But even then, that plateau is only a tiny fraction of the game. Almost this full first day of Nintendo Treehouse Live coverage just this one environment. Then, in the future, you'll learn more about the story, the characters, and the ways in which the boundaries of all previous Zelda titles are being broken. But in the end, full understanding and full immersion only come when you experience. In fact, no one here this week will be able to explore all of it. But even then, that plateau is only a tiny fraction of the game. We'll be devoting almost this full first day of Nintendo Treehouse Live coverage to just this one environment. Then, in the future, you'll learn more about the story, the characters, and the ways in which the boundaries of all previous Zelda titles are being broken. But in the end, full understanding and full immersion will only come when you experience it for yourself.
Last year, I said that revisiting the conventions of the Zelda series would be our theme for the new Zelda game for Wii U. However, before I get into that, let me talk about something that I needed to help to realize this ambition. In fact, it's something that we've wanted to do for a long time in the Legend of Zelda series, and so development began with this as our focus. In the earlier releases of the Legend of Zelda games, players got to explore a wide area, scrolling up,
Jesus,
down,
Breath
left,
of the Wild
and
and Tears of the Kingdom have aged him. Stressed him
However,
out.
after the game transitioned to 3D and the hardware continued to evolve, it became harder to create that feel of being in a vast world. For example, in Wind Waker, we used various techniques to create a wide world where you could freely explore many isolated islands. But it was very hard to create one large world where everything felt connected. We had to design small, bounded areas with a defined entrance and exit. And putting them all together made it feel like you were playing in a large world. But you still couldn't cut through the boundaries wherever you liked to explore that world. Today, I'd like to talk to everyone about the latest Zelda game for Wii U. But first, please take a look at how the game looks on screen. This is the new world of Zelda. It's quite a vast world, isn't it? You can even reach those mountains in the distance if you walk far enough. We couldn't create such a wide world like this in the past. As far as what you can do with such a vast field to explore, as soon as those boundaries are removed, it means you can enter any area from any direction. So the puzzle solving in this game begins the moment the player starts to think about where they want to go, how they will get there, and what they will do when they arrive. This is a clean break from the conventions of past games in the Zelda series, where you had to follow a set path and play through the scenario in the right order. I believe this This departure will create opportunities for new gameplay that have not been experienced in previous Zelda games. As you can see, and as you know from the Zelda series, the world in these games can be quite peaceful. However, it is a Zelda game after all, so strong enemies will certainly appear. Even in this setting, powerful enemies appearing in such a peaceful world is one of the defining features of the Zelda series.
I think that's one convention we can keep, right?
Well, that's it. I won't be. Well, I'll get Tears of the Kingdom. I won't stream Tears of the Kingdom. I will finish Twilight Princess first. I don't think I'll. Who knows if I'll stream the end of Twilight Princess? Who knows? Well, I'll stream Persona though. It's almost summer break. I'll stream Persona 5. Well, see you guys later. Konbanwa. Bye bye. Change the world. My final message. Bye bye.